Right, so here we are with the pot now on the wheel. I've tried to just gently take off some of these ridges with my thumbnail. I'm not taking off too much because I don't want to make it too thin. You know, it will be what it will be. The next thing we're going to do, and this is going to be purely experimental, is to see how we're going to apply the colour. And I'm going to try and get a little bit Jackson Pollock on this. I'm going to spin it round, not too fast. I've got some lolly sticks and I've got some plant markers, and these are a bit bendy, as are the lolly sticks, but there's something inside me wants me to use the lolly stick rather than the plant marker. I don't know, because it's wooden or whatever. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little bit of glaze on the end of the lolly stick with different colours. I'm going to ping it on. I'm going to see what happens. Could be a disaster. So I've put my glazing. I've got some little cake icing bottles from Hobbycraft. So I've put some glaze in there, just a little bit. Give that a bit of a swoosh because it's probably settled. And just get the glaze all back in suspension. And I don't know if I'm going to put a lot of glaze on. If you've ever seen a Jackson Pollock painting, it's a white background with lots of flecks of paint. And here we go. Can you see that? Let's have a look. Hey, this could be interesting. So we need to put a bit more on, don't we? Let's keep going. I'm not even sure. Well, yeah, it needs to be spinning. It needs to be spinning, then I don't have to keep turning it around. Put a bit more on. So we've got a little bit of glaze on there. Where's it gone? I hope this is red enough. I hope it's, you know, thick enough. I'll give it a bit more of this. I think next time, just give that a wipe the traditional way on the overalls. Just put it a little bit further down, and then I've got a bit more. What's this? The red. It's pink, so it must be red. Foolproof system. So we spin it at a reasonable speed so it's all a bit random, because I don't want too much planning where it's going. So I've got my colours lined up. I've got my blue. That should be the green. That I'm sure is the yellow. That is the red. There you go, I'm such an idiot. So I'm actually using orange. That's the red. And this is my Moby purpley one. So we're putting orange on now. A little bit more orange. Now we could be subtle, we could just maybe do it that we don't have too much colour. Because we've got 6 colours to go at. That's enough orange for now. So we've got a different stick for each colour, trying to be pure. Should we go with the red now? Should we actually go with the one that really is the red? Clearly a foolproof system is a proof against all fools. So a bit of red on the lolly stick. Good, just drop a bit on the floor. I have another splurp. Oh, that went right over where the orange was. Doesn't matter. Oh. Right, so I think we did about 6 of the orange, didn't we? So let's do 6 red. Now I've deliberately positioned the camera somewhere else, one to give a better angle of view, and the other to try and avoid getting glaze on the lens or any part of the camera. How many is that? Let's count now. It's going up on the wall. I don't really have to spin it round, do I? Yeah, I want it to be spinning. So how are we doing for colours? Have we got little bits? We've got some subtlety, haven't we? Is it subtle? Is subtle the word? Got some drips, which is deliberate for once. It's a bit more red, because red's nice and bold, isn't it? Let's go spinny spin. Whole patch there we don't seem to be getting, but we'll probably fill that with another colour. Right, so that's 2 colours down. Right, which one's this? This is this purple I've made. Let's give it a shake. These were good bargain from Hobbycraft. It was a pack of 2, so I bought 3 packs, and it was 3 packs for the price of 2. Bargain. Right, so clean lolly stick. Clean lolly stick. Let's have a bit of purple on the. I'm putting a bit too much in here because I'm just dripping off. Just trying to aim it at the pots rather than up on the wall or the ceiling. I don't know why that one went from going on the light. Oops, I actually made contact, that wasn't very good. Got a bit too up close. Oh, look at that. There's still a whole area here that's avoiding it, but in the name of randomness it should get filled in eventually, shouldn't it? So how many applications of purple? So we'll just go a little bit more of the purple. Get too close, it's going to be quick this time, isn't it? Aim it actually at the pot rather than the ceiling. That will do for that one. So, purple, sip of water. I think I managed to avoid getting any glaze in my water. Well out of the way. Right, let's have a go with some yellow. So there's a yellow, give it a shake. Clean lolly stick. Not too much. Give it a turn. Aim and fire. Oh, that went right up in the wall. Get a different effect if you're getting close, don't you? Get a bigger spruce. How we do that? So look at these, you can actually see what colour's going on. I've never had this before with my glazes. This is a luxury, absolute luxury, to be able to see what's going on. many splobs of yellow was that? Because we can always go around again if we want more. Less might be more, or it could be that more is more. We will see. This is the blue. We believe this is blue. All evidence suggests this is blue. Another lolly stick. Spin. Aim and fire. Now the other good thing about this, because I'm not applying loads and loads of glaze, I'm not putting loads of water into the pot, and it is a very warm day. I'm going to be able to get this in the kiln tonight, I'm pretty sure. So by tomorrow morning we're going to know what we've got. Not put anything inside yet. I'm amazed actually none of my flecks have gone into the pot. I think I just actually hit another blue one right on top then. Oh yeah, a bit went in. So what we're going to do in a minute, we are going to flirt some into the inside. In a way it's fun. I'm going to change that if you're not going if you're not aiming for precision, it doesn't really matter what you get, you just want a nice effect. I hope it's going to be a nice effect. I think we want quite more, excuse me, quite a bit more coverage of colour. Yeah, a lot of white space, maybe a lot of white space is good. How many flecks of blue? 1, 2, 3, 4. One more fleck of blue for this this go. Aim low. There's a blob of yellow here which is quite drippy. I'm not going to smooth that off. If there's a bit of a blob, I'm gonna be happy with that. You know, if it gives a bit of relief or texture, you know, let's have that. So that was the blue stick, and this is me. Oh, there's the lid gone. Put the lids on. So this is me mucky green. So that's, and it'd be interesting if I'm not putting very thick layers on, whether I get a kind of a translucent effect or not. So let's not put too much on. Let's spin it. Let's get low. There we go. Got to fire it before. I didn't really splurge very much. Maybe I was in closer. Let's get a bit more on, we'll drip on the floor. I think I want a bit more yellow on that. So let's come back to yellow. Give it a shake again, let's keep shaking it. So stick with the same lolly stick. Try not to contaminate my colours. Right, how's that? Is that a bit more? That's a bit more yellow, isn't it? Didn't put a lot of red on, did we? Give another. A bit of red there, a bit of orange. Yeah, because I think we were being a bit timid with the red because it was one of the first ones we did, so let's go with red. Definitely red, not orange. Where's that gone? The lids don't stand very well, do they? Right, another drop, another spin. Most of that went on the tea towel. It's funny, I seem to be always getting the red in the same area. But what I haven't described is what I'm looking for is that when this spot is spinning, I want it to be a spinny, swirly swirl of colour. I think we're going to go with that. I think we're going to leave it at that. See what we get when it's fired. So we need to do something with the inside now. I think we just need to flick a load of colour inside, which is not going to show very well. Well, yeah, if we put the camera back where it was before. No, I'm not going to do that because I'll end up getting paint all over the camera, which I've managed to avoid so far. So let's flick some on the inside. Some actually on it to make it work. Let's see if we can do that. So it might just be more drops inside than, you know, streaks, because it's sort of falling in. But in a way that's okay. Right, so we've done the red, so I think we'll put them over this side where we've done them. Let's stick them away. We've done the red. Let's go to orange. For that. This is the purple. So we're down the purple, and we're going to do blue. Some blue. some yellow. I'll do that again because most of that just fell off in one big blob. Yeah, that's okay. Going very well. Into the white. And the last one is the green where we've lost the lid. I'll find the lid later. Right, so let's see if we can have a better look at this pot now, inside and out. So if I turn it slowly, we can see how the colours have gone on. We can see inside and out. So there's a lovely degree of randomness. Very random, isn't it? We've got enough yellow, we've got enough blue. Yeah. Never done this before. So that's going to be fired. The colours hopefully will be a little bit deeper. The white will be a glossy white. Hopefully nice and even. Not too many imperfections, but to be honest, you know, would you notice an imperfection? It's all imperfect, isn't it? That's the whole point.